everyone, and welcome to Nervous Nessie. Today is day 6 of the Final Four trip. I am driving to Arches National Park. I slept in a little later than I wanted to originally, but I was tired, as you can imagine. I was wanting to try and beat traffic, but yeah, I needed the sleep. Before I left Salt Lake City, I filled up with gas, got some coffee, but I am ready to go. I did pull out my hiking boots and stuff for hiking because I will probably do some hiking today. Now I will say I was leaving Salt Lake City roughly around 9 a.m., maybe a little after 9. Traffic was pretty bad. What was interesting is it's kind of overcast today, and it looked like maybe there was rain ahead. But as I got to driving, I'm looking out across the horizon and I'm like, what is this haze that's over Salt Lake City? I mean, in Southern California, where I live, we're used to haze in the morning because of the ocean. You get, moisture in the ocean, and, it comes out across the city, so a lot of times you kind of have a haze in the morning because of that. Turns out it was like a dust storm. The more that I drove, the worse it got. It actually sounded like it was raining, but it was actually dust hitting the windshield and hitting the car. Now it is a little windy, but it's not that windy. So I don't know if maybe it's just the way that Salt Lake City's laid out or what the deal is, but just be aware that that is a possibility. Maybe, I did pass some windmills along the way, and it could just be that it's windy through the mountains and it's pushing, sand and stuff from the desert, dirt. But I got past it, and the further south that I went through Salt Lake City, the traffic thinned out. I'm about 2 hours out of Arches National Park. My plan is to go there and then go to Canyonlands. I think that's what it's called. Man, I can't ever remember. But go to the other park after that, and then just start making my way towards Denver. I have no idea where I'm gonna stay tonight. I'm supposed to hit Arches around a little before 1 o'clock. Now, when I went to leave the hotel and when I got gas, it was hot. And that's like at 9:30 in the morning. Hot. I'm gonna be hitting Arches around 1 when it's going to be blazing hot. I just hope that I can withstand this heat. I did bring an umbrella. I am not ashamed to pop out an umbrella and shade myself while I'm hiking. I don't care what people think of me. I just want to make sure that I stay as cool as possible. Last thing that I want to do is end up with a heat stroke or severely dehydrated. I do have a lot of water with me, which I will take when I'm hiking, but the next time that you see me, I should be at Arches National Park. So I made it to Arches National Park, and I am sitting in my car at the visitor center, and I'm sure you could probably hear a noise in the background. That is my air conditioner running full blast because right now it is 103 degrees. I'm gonna be hiking in 103 degrees. I have done some stupid things in my life, but this one might take the cake. If I die today, it will be because of spontaneous combustion. I just walked outside and the heat hits you like a brick. It's just this unrelenting heat. When you get to Arches National Park, when you turn off the main road, there is a little parking lot there where you can take your picture at the sign. And you know, if you're by yourself, don't be afraid to ask people to, you know, take the picture for you. There was a couple there that tried to do their camera on a timer, and I offered to just take direct pictures for them, so they in turn offered to take pictures for me. Then you go just a little ways, maybe like a quarter of a mile. It's not very far to get to the ranger stand. The line, there is a sign along the way that says if you are stopped at this point, expect an hour wait. With it being mid-August, there's not that many people, so I only had maybe 5 cars in front of me. Was able to get through it in 3 minutes. It's pretty fast. And then you drive a little ways, maybe another half mile, if not less, to get to the visitor center. I suggest stopping at the visitor center. There is a lot of interesting displays in there where you can learn about the park, some maps in there where you can see, you know, everything in the park. And there are restrooms, and you can fill up your water bottles at the visitor center. The view so far is stunning, and I haven't even gotten really into the park. I'm going to hook up my camera to where it is pointing out and you guys can see the park as I'm driving, and then when I get to an area where I can hike, I will take the camera with me. Hopefully it's only one area, and hopefully it's a short hike. I think it is. I looked online and I think it's about a mile and a half one way. But that can seem like 20 miles if you're hiking in this heat. The couple that did, you know, we took each other's pictures, they were younger than me by a decade or two, and they seemed very healthy, and even they were like, what are we thinking hiking in this heat? But I am fully covered. I have on leggings, I have on a hoodie with long sleeves, but this is a very thin hoodie. I want to protect my skin from the sun. Of course I have a hat, and then I also brought an umbrella, and I brought my little travel fan with me as well, and tons of water. So hopefully the hiking won't be too terrible, but we shall see. So I'm sure you can probably see I'm very flushed right now, very out of breath. This is brutal. I swear it feels like 200 degrees. I've got my umbrella. I keep pulling out my fan, drinking water, but this is rough. Okay. I know that I try to shoot as much video as I can and show you guys everything whenever I travel, but I was not able to complete the hike. I am very flushed. I feel like my makeup is just melting off of me. I got to see some of the arches and everything, which was fine. And yes, I wanted to go all the way through. It wasn't happening. There were people that were coming back, and I was like, oh, you know, how much further? And they're like, it goes on and on and on and on. So I got to one point and I was like, I brought a full bottle of water. This is 23 ounces, and I drank half in like a short amount of time. I was like, I did not bring enough water for this hike. Every time I stopped and got in the shade, which I will say, the shade is about a 10-degree difference. but it's just too hot. Looking at my car, I'm gonna show you. Okay, I'm gonna turn this camera around and show you what I'm talking about. So it is 115 degrees. 115. When I started this, it was 103. So I am dying. I feel so gross. I'm sweating in places that I did not know I could sweat. I had to keep moving my phone. My leggings that I'm wearing has pockets on the sides. I would have to move my phone to the leg away from the sun to keep my phone from overheating. When I first started driving through the park, I was trying to film with the GoPro on the suction cup in the window, and then trying to take pictures as well. And the heat got so much that the suction cup came loose and broke. So I just sat my camera on my dash because I'm going super slow. The speed limit ranges, like right now speed limit's 15. It gets up to 45, but not for long. But I started noticing that the camera was acting all wonky. And then even though I had my phone in my lap out of direct sunlight, my phone was showing a message saying the phone needs to cool down. It is just that hot. Now, this is mid-August. I can't even imagine how hot it was in June and July. Unbearable. I would not even come here. Do not come here in the summer. It is just too hot. I had my umbrella out, which a lot of people were looking at me, not like strange that I had it, but like, huh, that's a smart idea. Now, having on like pants and long sleeves, honestly, I feel like it actually served me better because I'm protecting my skin from getting burned, because I honestly do not think all the sunscreen in the world would protect your skin from the sun here. It won't. It is not for the faint of heart. There's some pretty steep hills that you have to go up and down, and it's either like a very fine gravel or dirt or sand that you are walking on. So even when you're going downhill, you're kind of sliding downhill. Another thing that I was kind of worried about was things that I left in my car getting too hot. I don't even want to know what my gummy bears and Sour Patch Kids look like right now, because they're probably liquid and melting in the bag. So I will say this, I do carry a liquid medication whenever I travel. It's a daily medication that I need. I did carry it with me because I knew that even though it's hot outside, it's going to be 10 times hotter in the car. And I did not want it to mess up my medication or cause the bottle to explode, essentially. But with that being said, there's other things in my car that I'm worried about the heat. So I didn't want to be gone too long. Things like my GoPro batteries, you know, they can take heat, but not that much heat. The last thing I want is a bunch of batteries exploding in my luggage. Other electronics, again, I don't want to, you know, put that much heat on them. Now, when you get here, it's kind of one way in, one way out. So I passed a lot of stuff on my way up here to the hiking point, which I believe is called Devil's Garden. So I figured, number one, a lot of the turnouts are on the other side of the road, so it would be better for me to catch it on the way out. And I know I'm gonna have to get out of my car to get pictures and videos for that, and I didn't want to expend all my energy and get too hot doing that and not be able to hike at least some of this trail. If you're going to hike it, you can do it in tennis shoes, but I recommend hiking boots. that have a good tread because of the terrain. Also, you want to have, you know, some socks that come up fairly high. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a bunch of rocks and sand in your boots or tennis shoes. I still had some sand and dirt when I changed my shoes back to my tennis shoes, but I am tired now. That took a lot out of me. And there were some other people that were stopping that were like, I can't do this. If you want to go all the way through it, then number one, you need to be a really good hiker, like used to hiking in crazy heat like this. And don't come in the summer. I would say come in like December. I don't know if snow gets this far down into Utah. I would imagine it probably does, especially with the elevation. The elevation I think here is like around 5,000 feet. Don't know what that is in kilometers, but it's pretty high up. I can taste dirt. Ugh. I can taste dirt. I can feel dirt on my skin, even though I didn't touch anything. It's just the wind blows it and it sticks to your skin when you're sweating. I feel so gross. I really want to take the world's coldest shower right now. That would be heaven right now. But I am going to drive out of the park. Right now it's almost 4 o'clock and I still have to go to Canyonlands National Park. So I'm going to drive out of the park and hit up some of the things along the way and then head on over to Canyonlands.